Alright everyone, so I have a 2000 Chevy Suburban as well as a 2000 Chevy Silverado, and for quite some time I've had some problems with accelerating, chugging in after you get it started, and there's a lot of different scenarios that you can change or situations that you can actually fix to try and fix that problem. And the first one that I did was a faulty fuel pump. So I changed the fuel pump, and it seemed to get better, and as I was going it seemed like it came back. So they said maybe a dirty fuel filter. Well, I changed the fuel filter at the same time. Then they said probably a fuel regulator. And a lot of these things I've gotten off of YouTube or just Google. I've talked to some technicians or mechanics, and they've given me some advice. And I've changed the fuel regulator, still nothing. I've cleaned the throttle body, which is right here. Took this all apart, brake cleaner, cleaned it all out. Seemed like everything was fine. Everybody says clean the mass airflow sensor, which is right here. So you got your filter, your mass airflow sensor that goes through your throttle body, and try to do a lot of searching, trying to figure out what the actual problem is. Before I actually took things apart, I'd really research what could be the possible causes of that part going out, and it seemed to be all related to the same situation that I was having, where I would put the gas pedal all the way to the floor, and it seemed like there was no power, like my engine was getting too much gas or not enough air, or maybe my tailpipe or my exhaust pipe was plugged and I wasn't getting it exhaust correctly. So long story short, I did all that to the fuel pump. Then I was trying to think, which route should I go? Should I go with oxygen sensors? Should I go with new muffler system? Maybe my cats were plugged. Then I thought, you know what? I got my mass airflow sensor right here. What's the chances of that being a problem? So at O'Reilly's, they sell it for $84.99, lifetime year warranty, and I got it. And basically it's real simple to take apart. You take your little plug off right here. It's kind of tight, so pop it off. It's just a little quick connect. I just tuck it out of the way there. Then you're going to loosen this band up as well as this one up, and then to make it real easy, I took it off the throttle body. Take this hose clamp off, and you pretty much just pop it right off. And that side, and you can take the whole thing out. And that is your mass airflow sensor. Comes in a little box, kind of like this. Kind of hard to do things with the video, playing at the same time. So I've already changed my fuel or my regulator out. Sorry, mass airflow. And it's pretty simple. Goes together similar, just like this. Slide it in there, put everything back together the same direction, and what a world of difference. I now have acceleration when I hit the gas pedal. I have a nice smooth start when I start the engine up. And the conclusion that I came to was, as you get on YouTube or Google and you search, they have all these different possibilities, and the possibilities are irrelevant. They could work, but what I've come to conclusion is try with the easiest one first, the one that's like literally right here on top, the one that measures your airflow, and go from there. So put it back together. All you gotta do is I slip this thing off, put it on my ductwork. Slip it down on the throttle body. Position this back on to place. Again, tighten your hose clamps here, back here after you get the mass airflow sensor on, and then tighten the hose clamp on your throttle body, and you're ready to go. It only takes about 10 minutes at most. The only tool you need is a standard screwdriver, and that's it. Or you could get a 5/16 nut driver. Makes it a little easier. You don't have to try and fight the screwdriver to stay on the hose clamp, but I had a quick and easy screwdriver, so I just grabbed that. Then you make sure you plug your wire in, or you'll get a engine light, and you are set. So hope this was helpful for you. It took me quite some time to figure all this out when it was just sitting right in front of my nose. Again, the causes or the problems that I was having with both these vehicles was you start your car up and it takes a couple cranks to be able to start it up. That's one scenario. Another scenario is after I've started it and I start going down my street, I start having the motor kind of like hiccups. It just wants to stall, but then it fires back up, wants to stall, then fire back up. No matter how much you push the gas pedal down, it still does it. It almost kind of sounds like a backfire, like it wants to backfire. Then once you get it running, you get out on the road and you're driving and you're at a stop sign and you see someone coming. You're like, oh, I got enough time to get out in front of them, and you push the gas pedal down to the floor and you don't have no power. There's like, you can hear the engine trying to rev up, but because you're under load, it just doesn't have not enough oomph to get going. So or if you're going, another scenario was I'm going down the freeway and wanting to pass someone, and I hit the pedal all the way to the floor, go to try to downshift, and it doesn't downshift. It just stays in the same gear and keeps running at the same speed. And so now that I changed this little guy out, I can start up, take off. Don't have any problem with downshifting, don't have any problems with the motor hiccuping. So hope this was helpful for you guys. Like it if you like, or subscribe. Thank you and have a good night.